All right, what's up, folks? I want to talk to y'all just for a minute here. Yeah, man, like I said, I've been listening to everybody on here for a long time. I've listened for years. I've pretty much heard it all on here and seen it all. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Here's the lesson that I think everybody should learn and take away from all this, man. If you want to be successful, bro, you're gonna have to do it on your own. It's just that simple. These people never wanted to see me win. They did everything to try to stop me, just like they have in the past. Like I said, I've sold 50-acre properties when everybody was trying to stop me for over $100,000. I've had bank accounts with over $300,000 in them. I made millions of dollars every year consecutively. When you succeed and real people make real money, this is what you go through. Okay. I got targeted. This is what happens. This is the reality of it. Everything I talk about is concrete based, factual. I don't mind people asking questions, right? It is what it is. But I mean, like I said, I mean, talk is cheap. There's no way in the English language to explain everything I've been through or explain everything I've done and accomplished. It would literally be impossible because that's how fast I'm moving and I live in a vibration of love, so I'm getting everything done. Fact is, at the end of the day, I'm a teacher and a healer. I can teach people and people can learn from me. Okay. If you want to be successful, you're going to have to do it on your own, and it's going to be basically impossible. And I heard other people talk about it, and other people wanted success so much, but when they had the chance to try to chase that success and attain it, they didn't really go for it. Like they didn't do it. That was what was so awkward to me is that I've seen a million narcs and narcissists not live up to their potential. Narcissists always have all this potential. They shine, they have talents, they have great qualities, but it's just something wrong in their programming that they never live up to it. And that's the thing. If people would stop focusing on me and focus on themselves, wow, that person apparently really cannot drive. Look at that. That's crazy. That's the valley for you. Welcome to Brownsville. But like I said, I mean, Nah, people, all these people wanted to be in my position. That's what's so funny. Everybody wants to sit there and they want to say something to have the opinion. Your opinion is irrelevant. We're not here for opinions. We all got on here for the same reason, like I said, to make money and hopefully build and run a business. I didn't get lucky. I had everyone on here trying to stop me. Out of all these people on here, not one of them has a voice because not one of them makes any digital money. Not one of them gets on here and gets paid. Not one of them has a digital business or a full scale running business like me. Not one of them made the team. Not one of them succeeded. So what can they say to me? Nothing. These folks on the street, these folks who their parents pay for everything, like homeboy, you understand? How can they tell me anything? A guy who paid 8,500 in land taxes and bills for years. Are you serious? I spent millions on chiropractors. Like I said, I made millions of dollars every year consecutively. I own my own car lot. I pay over $100 for it every month. I paid $25,000 for my Porsche. I still have it. I had to drive it 7 miles on a rim to keep the thing. I paid for every tow for all my cars, which was about 3 or 4 vehicles that I had to tow. Those were all over $110 for each tow. I paid everything out of pocket. I negotiated the contract and I created my own car lot. Everybody wants to misinterpret and confuse everything I'm saying. That's just my car lot for my cars. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. You understand? People want to keep acting like they can't hear me, but I speak with perfect clarity. Everybody's hearing what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'm wealthy. I got equity. I got billions in equity. I got access to buildings because I know how to work out deals and I'm a businessman and I'm smart as hell. What does that have to do with anything? I still need help. Still got to survive. Still got to get by every day. Still need money for what I need. So, like I said, I don't know what people are waiting for. One guy I was talking to today, he was super cool. They were waiting outside of the gym. I guess they were about to start their workout, and I want to say shout out to them and thank you. They gave me a couple of bucks too, and I got a little bit of it left. I used some of it, but I just want to say thank you. But what he said was really true. He said, like, yeah, the people down here and out here should support you. You're sitting here and you're protecting them and you're standing up to, the cartel and all these gang members and gangs. And that's what I was explaining to him. He was asking me about it. I'm like, yeah, it's real. I'm like, this is a bulletproof vest. Like, we're not out here playing. This is a real stand. It's a real thing. And it's just the truth. I've never been a guy who talks. I've always been about action. But the deal is that at the point that we're at with this business and this project and what we're doing, I mean, either way, the whole time you have to follow rules still. I mean, what happened with me is I ended up breaking all the rules. It wasn't my choice. It was positions that I was put into. Okay. That's what created Batman. So Batman doesn't follow any rules, first of all. But at this point in the game, especially being in a public eye and a public spotlight, it changes things. Okay, that's what y'all have to understand. And like I said, I can't have any felonies because I wear a bulletproof vest and I want to remain where I can continue to wear that bulletproof vest because it protects me. Okay. So, we want to run our business efficiently. We made it this far by the grace of God, because of God, and I'm a walking miracle. And that's the thing people don't understand. There was no way for me to make it this far. I mean, I shouldn't even be here. So to hear me talk and see me in action is a big deal. So I mean, I hope people take something positive away from it. I hope people learn from me and learn from my experiences. But that's what the name of the game is, man. I made it through all the hard parts and all the real stuff, man. Honestly, there's always going to be challenges. God told me that a long time ago. It doesn't necessarily mean that the challenges are over. There's always challenges, but for the most part, things are relatively calm and peaceful now, and things are good. I mean, it is what it is. We came a long way. I made it real far. Like I said, my next check is up over 166 bucks. I'm working on the next one already. Like I said, we're up over like $2, $2 with that one. They just take forever to pay. Hold up. They take forever to pay and they don't pay well. But this besides the point, because like I said, for it's been quite a while now. For this little period of time, it's been a minute. I mean, I've been literally surviving as Batman. I'm just barely starting to get a hold of what I need. You know what I mean? It's none of your business, but I'm starting to get some of what I need to move forward. But pretty much with the business, I mean, it's a wrap, bro. I mean, anybody who's against me or was rooting against me or jelly of me, good luck. Because I mean, I've already got the main stuff that I need, right? Like in other words, like my bank cards. I've got that, so I just have one bank card, but I mean, that's enough because that gives me access to my own account. Because again, I don't have my wallet because of all this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just that bank card alone, it's a wrap because now I've got access to my own money. I don't have any money in there right now. I have enough to cover the fees, and that's it. And that should be good. We should be good on that, and that's it. But the point is, it's a wrap, bro. I mean, this business is flourishing and successful. We just got to get to the 21st to the 26th, so I can get to my check. That's going to be up over $166 and some change, according to them, which sounds right. And they need to not change it, leave it alone. That's the total. And that's about it. The next one is up over $2 already, so I'm hoping that somehow I can, work hard. Today I got lucky. Hold on. Always something. So yeah, like I said, uh, long story short, how do I put this? I mean, it just is what it is, man. I mean, the next check's up over $2. I got lucky today, and the riding the buses is free for some reason. I stopped and asked if I could ride, and they were like, "Yeah, it's free today." I don't know how that happened, but everything's been God's timing. And now I'm going to tell you the story. Yesterday, I titled it about Pablo Fix It All. Pablo Fix It All. Check this out. Yesterday, I'm riding that bike, right? The brand new, the Beach Cruiser, all black. I mean, that's got to be a bike worth a couple of $100, if not over a grand. And I mean, I'm riding this thing, and it's an awesome bike, but the cape gets caught in it, right? And this is an extra long cape, so I mean, it keeps getting caught in there. It got caught one time, and I pulled it out myself just because I'm strong as hell. I mean, it was like probably the hardest workout I've ever done. I just kept pulling it and pulling it, and I got it out. And then I'm walking and it gets caught again. And I'm like livid, bro. Like I'm losing it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, that thing's attached to my bulletproof vest. It's not a good feeling. It's pulling. And I have to take everything, the bulletproof vest off and put it on the ground. I got to set the bike down. Like I was pretty livid. I wasn't in a good mood. So, I'm going off and, I'm talking to God and I'm not in a good mood. You know what God did? This is crazy, man. It gets caught in there the second time. I get it out enough to, walk with it, and it kind of could work, but I still got the cape on, right? So I'm trying to like, ride it while holding the cape and stuff, right? So I mean, at the end of the day, I come around the bend right around the corner, and right when I'm talking to God and I'm like super, just livid, God puts Pablo Fix It All right in my path. And Pablo Fix It All, he was right there, and I just looked at him and I just knew, I said, that Pablo Fix It All right there, I bet you he can do it. And so I stop and I ask him, this is just a random guy out here, mind you, and he had like a sign, he must have had some business. And I just looked at him, I said, I know this guy can do it. I just knew by looking at him. And it's God. Just, I mean, you can't make any more divine timing than that. I mean, that was God. And God puts him right there when I'm getting in this parking lot. So I stopped and I asked him in Spanish, I said, can you help me to fix it and get this out? Because there was still a lot of it. It was wound around there so tightly I couldn't get it, because it's small pieces and you can't pull them out. It has nothing to do with strength. You just can't get it. So Pablo Fix It All, I figured he had tools and stuff, and he did. He had his stuff, he got it, and it was just crazy. He's like telling me to turn the bike over, so I did. I turned the bike over, and he goes to work. Pablo Fix It All fixed that thing right away, man. Like he went in there, he got it all out. I'm like trying to stop him from doing one part because I'm thinking he's gonna mess up the chain. He was like, nah, like telling me like move basically for a minute with my hand. So I listened. I didn't have a choice. I just put it in God's hands, and he gets the part of the cake that was stuck there too. So then he takes the chain off. So I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be stuck over here with this bike and not be able to get it back. If he messes up or doesn't know what he's doing, man, he fixed the whole thing, bro. He got all the cape out. He put the chain back on. Like he knew exactly what he was doing. So I mean, that was God, bro. You know what I mean? And trust me, I was in a hell of a mood. I was talking to God. God knows I was livid. Okay. I mean, I was losing it. So because I have to get that bike back, and it's a long way, bro. It's a big deal for me. So I got it back. It's in good shape. Should be fine. It's got thicker tires, just like I was asking for. So God answered my prayers on that. The only thing is I can't wear it with like the cape and the bat suit because I can't afford to keep getting it caught in there again. It'll ruin the whole bike. So it's just going to be like a recreational bike I use, which is what it should be because it's like a trophy bike. It's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. I don't know how good of a view y'all got on the video, but it's a good looking bike. I mean, it's a super nice bike, and I need to take care of it, because anybody would want it, and they like bicycles out here, like for real. They will look at your bicycle when you're going by and stuff. Like people want bikes out here. I don't know why, but I mean, I want bikes because I collect them. So first thing to the public, if you have any bicycles that you're not using that you don't want, and you can give me for free or negotiate some kind of cheap price, but really mostly free, please bring them my way. I don't care where it is. You can just drop it off to me if it runs, so I can at least get it to where I need to get it, but make sure that it at least, can be wheeled and or it's operating and operational where I can ride it, hopefully. But bring me all the bikes you can. That's number one, bicycles. Number two, like I said, that dude said he was going to work on getting me an electric scooter. Hold on. Said he was going to work on getting me an electric scooter. He's going to let me know what his friend says because I think it was the friend's idea because they used to see me on the scooter. A lot of people ask about the scooter. I don't understand why because that was like over like a year and a half, 2 years. Probably been 2, 3 years since then. It's been a long time. It hasn't been three because it hasn't been three as Batman, but it's probably been like almost 2 years since I had that scooter, or at least a year, year and a half. So I don't know why people always bring it up, but I guess they see the videos on the internet and stuff. Like I said, the videos on the internet circulating about me, if they're not my videos and I don't make money off of them, I could care less. As far as I'm concerned, I think I should get paid and compensated from that, because it's all my material. It's me, and it's my likeness. And I'm going to actually see how that works. And if there's any, way to get my money for that through court purposes later in the future, because I deserve every dime. But outside of that, um, you know, not too concerned, man. Not too worried about any of that. Not worried about videos on the internet. like I said, don't know anything going on outside of what I'm doing, and I'm just fully focused on me, and I keep my eyes on God. And that's what people don't get is people thought that they had like this access to talk to me anytime. All that's shut down, bro. There's no more of that ever again. Just like I told you. Remember I told you this? I told you I would become completely inaccessible. Not to mention that one of the readings said I'm about to go into hiding. It said that I'm moving and I'm about to go into hiding. So I don't know if that's true, but I mean, I would make sense. It could be very likely. It also said back in the day, it said that I was going to disappear for a while and then appear on the big screen, on the TV, I guess. So, you know, I don't know. I just know that all this is for a purpose. I know it's not a waste of time. I know God has really worked on me. Um, I don't know. The guy was saying I used to look bigger, or I feel like I look more ripped than ever now. I mean, it's not about being big. Again, size has nothing to do with strength. I think I'm more ripped than I've ever been, and I'm definitely stronger than I've ever been. Um, like I said, I did 800 inertia pull-ups the other day. That's insane, and that's a real thing. And I am moving when I do them. It's just very minimal, and that's what the point is of inertia training. What I created in Coin, and it's less movement equals more strength, more muscle, everything. But I work out almost every day, so we don't work out for size and looks. What the hell is going on here? It's like the whole FedEx team is coming my way. Hold on. So yeah, long story short, like I said, we just got to keep on pushing with this. I funded this project out my own pocket the entire time. So I mean, I agree with him. I wish more people would step up and say that. I just try to be humble and modest. Just like when he said it, he said, he said everybody, everybody should be supporting you. These people should be supporting you, and he encouraged his friends too, and that was really cool of him. And I just told him, I said, I don't expect anything. I try to really be humble. God is teaching me to be grateful, so I'm grateful for anything I get. I'm not entitled. I don't expect anything from anyone. Actually, I don't expect any help, but I do appreciate. And again, I'm going to say, there's a lot of good people in the valley. The valley has held me down, man. If they didn't, I wouldn't have made it this far. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and ever lie or paint things in a light that it's not. And I give the valley credit. I give people down here credit. They've stepped up, man. They brought me this far, because of God, by the grace of God. But people here are good people, man. And as much as I've been through down here, for me that's a big deal, because it honestly surprised me a little bit. Because people know how things are, and I've come up against a lot of opposition. I've been in a lot through a lot down here, and um, nah, the people have held me down, man. The valley's got my back. Believe it or not, they really do, man. So I mean, that's a really good positive thing for me to say, and very happy about it. So I give them all credit, just like I give all credit and glory to God. But yeah, I don't think anybody owes me anything, but I didn't do any of this expecting anyone to give me anything or owe me anything. When I'm talking on here, I'm just trying to, influence and do what I can to get people to pay me, but not everything is literal. I'm a radio show host, but I hope that more people, say what he's saying, because I mean, in some regard it is true. I mean, people should pay me and people should support me. I mean, I need financial backing to do this. I just can't do it on my own anymore. It's just that simple, because of everything that comes with it, all the territory that comes with it, and how much I've endured, and how much ground we've covered, and how much, we've accomplished. It was a service for the community. It's been completely successful all across the board. I mean, it's one of the only projects that I've seen, especially down here, being honest or real, that's really, really succeeded. I mean, the restaurants, most of them don't succeed. These little taco joints don't succeed. Most of these places don't succeed. I mean, this project has succeeded. The Batman thing has succeeded. We're trying to take it national and international, worldwide. And this is my job. So I'm a professional, and I'm a professional about what I do, and that's it. I know exactly what my purpose is and what I do, and I'm an enforcer. You understand? And like I said, I'm the enforcer of divine law. I don't think I'm anything that I'm not. I'm just Batman. But at the end of the day, Batman has no jurisdiction and has no rules to follow and is above the law and has a lot of power. And that is the reality. So like I said, we were never we were never just, you know, in the valley and that was it for us. We were using this as a stepping stone to jump to a higher plateau and a higher position. And you know, that's the whole goal and whole point of all this, to continue to grow and progress and persevere and continue to never stay stagnated, continue to grow and continue to, you know, expand this business and expand, you know, everything that we're building and doing. So I don't know what else to tell you on that. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't know. For me, it's pretty simple at this point. Like I said, I stay doing the training. What are we at? Like 176 world records or something crazy? I think it's 176. I'll be approaching 200 right around the corner. Watch. I don't think that'll take me very long once I'm able to get some time to train, because I've been walking like the whole 30 miles and stuff almost every day, all the time. Um, but yeah, I can't really use that bike too much. I'm gonna kind of let it chill. But I am thankful to my friend for giving it to me. Thank you so much. Shout out to you, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. It's a big deal. You know, it helps me. You know, maybe I'll use it on some days, but I just get nervous about it because if anything happens with the tire, then I'm just kind of stuck out here, and then I gotta, you know, get the thing back, and it's heavy as hell. It's a big bike, you know, so it moves pretty well too. It works, but I just can't do it with the cape, man. You know, and I used to have the smaller cape, but even that one, you run the risk of it getting caught in the rigging, and then it becomes the same problem. And you know, Pablo Fix It All is not going to be out there this time. You know, Pablo Fix It All is not always going to be there every time to fix it. So shout out to Pablo Fix It All. That's my name for him. I didn't tell him that was my name. I don't know how that would have gone, but yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all the story. The legend, the real legend, isn't Batman. The legend is Pablo Fix It All. Pablo Fix It All gets all the credit, man. He held Batman out majorly. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So, you know, that's my point, man. You know, and nobody can do everything alone. We all need help, and I've always been about that, man. I've said that since day one on here. I'm a real man, and a man can admit when he needs help, and I need help. You know, God told me, He said, quit acting, like stop acting completely. Like basically, to me, I take it as say what you need and say the reality of the situation. Like, nah, bro, I've been, you know, I've been making something and everything out of nothing this entire time. My circumstances were never good. My circumstances suck. You understand? It has nothing to do with me though, or my hustle or my success. My hustle's on point. I mean, I do own a ton of equity and wealth. I am in a great position, but you know, it's just time, and you know, it is what it is. You know, time passes. I mean, there's this been decades, it's been years. You know, like everything gets old. I mean, you know, you need new stuff, you need things fixed. I mean, that's just common sense. You know, it's just how the world works. So, like I said, we're going to continue to push with this business. I don't care what anybody has to say. Like I said, I don't know what folks are talking about. Like I said, see, the game shouldn't be anything but people approaching me respectfully and showing some love. I mean, if you're not showing me some love, why are you talking to me? So that's the thing. Somebody out there, there's too many people who have some kind of weird jaded lens, and that's just not the way the world works. Like, there's plenty of people who back me. There's a lot of people who have nothing but love for me and support me. And if there wasn't, I mean, I don't think I would have made it this far, honestly. I mean, I don't. I mean, especially in as good a shape as I am. I mean, so I mean, nah, people are there for me in some regard. You know, what I mean, it's tough. It's basically impossible every day, but we still keep pushing, and I'm just putting my faith in God, and I continue to keep pushing. But I'm the CEO of my own company. I'm building companies out of this, compounding companies, building businesses, and I'm a real business connoisseur and a financial connoisseur. And if you don't think so and you underestimate that, then you know nothing about me, and it's that simple. Though. So yeah, I don't know. We got another bike, Bat Paw. We'll add that to the inventory. I think that's like 6 bikes now, but the other 5 need a lot of work basically to need, you know, new tires and stuff like that, and maybe new rims. One of them. There's a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, they really don't need that much work, but it's going to take some money to get work done on them, and it takes having a vehicle and being able to move them and stuff. So I basically got to wait on Christina for all that, unless somehow, you know, I get this other money, some other money comes in. You know, I don't know. God promised me, He told me He's going to bless me. I think it's coming, man. You know, I think it's coming regardless. I don't know what form. or how, but it's going to happen, you know. So once I get the funds and the funding, we'll be in a lot better position. I'll be able to do a lot more. We're going to take this off the ground level that we're on out here, and we're going to go national with it. And it's going to be a big deal, man. You know, I build all the bat suits myself. I'll be learning how to build my own bat pods, tumblers. I mean, this is the real thing, bro. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. I mean, there shouldn't be no confusion. Like, yeah, I defeated the cartel. Yeah, I defeated all these gangs. Yeah, I defeated all these gang members. Like, yes, that was the whole point. Like, while people was talking behind my back, running their mouth, saying things that aren't true, and all these people were on this internet weird, corny vibe and stuff. Like usual, we was putting working in the street. We was getting busy. Everything's already happened. See, that's the thing. People shouldn't even blink because if you blink, you might miss something with me. That's how quick I move. You understand? See, that's the thing. While people was playing with my name, hiding, I wasn't tripping. I wasn't getting upset. And if I was taking that anger and putting it into building what I'm building. You see the point? Like, I'm an enforcer in the street. We do this every day. I'm not out here to prove I'm tough. We know I'm tough. I'm out here to do my job. You understand? And you all don't seem to even understand my job or my job description, and you don't dictate it, and nobody tells me what to do. No, I don't have a boss. I'm uncontrollable. I am the boss, and I have no rules to follow, and I have no jurisdiction. That's what y'all don't get. And I have a lot of authority. Actually, I have divine authority. That means I operate above the feds, and I'm everybody's superior. That means any agency, any company, any entity, I'm your superior. So, you know, again, you know, when divine law has to be enforced, that's a bigger deal than anything because that's coming straight from God. And I happen to be the hand of God. So, you know, people can talk. I don't care. I mean, you know, just keep it positive, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Just like I said, like, I don't care what people say. Just keep it away from me if it ain't positive. If it ain't going to be about reality, then what's the point? All that other stuff, like I said, you don't see me acknowledging these folks on YouTube or whatever. Just because you on YouTube don't mean we a part of something together. What are y'all talking about? Y'all can't sit at my table. You feel me? Oh, I've been above you. I mean, you're not even near my pay grade or my tax bracket. What are you talking about? The people who talk down and say things, bro, they've never come close to my tax bracket. They know that I'm wealthy at the end of the day. Even if I'm out here struggling with nothing, I'm wealthier than all of you put together. Are you serious? And your celebrities that you look up to. So, nah, everything with me is real. It's always been real. It's always beneficial tissue. Like I said, no holes in my rap sheet. I've explained everything like 8 million different ways. So, I mean, there shouldn't be no confusion, bro. You know, that's the point. Like, I have a job to do. We got to remain low key. We're not trying to attract a whole bunch of attention or sit here in front. And that's the thing. I think it's just people who are jelly and they want to take what I'm doing and then act as if they're going to have any say so in it or control it at all. How would you control my business? People really tried. I mean, really, like over and over again. Like, how would you control anything I'm doing? That's a silly thought. Like I said, delusion. You know what I mean? It seems to be a recurring theme if you don't notice, and if you do notice, hopefully at this point, and like you'll notice it coming from the same folks. And I just ignore them, bro. I don't even waste my time. I ignore them. I don't acknowledge them. I don't talk to them. You understand? Like, bro, nobody should feel that way about a grown man just trying to survive and run his business. It shouldn't be no problem. People should be supportive of me. And that's the truth. So, you know, we're getting where hopefully we can build that environment out here better and better so I can continue to get by and do what I do. And, you know, we just got to get to the 21st to 26th. That's all. We got to get there and get there solid, hopefully. And every day it's impossible. I do the impossible every day with God, by the grace of God. Every day is a miracle. I'm a walking miracle. So that's how I'm living, like Batman for real, because I am the real Batman. I don't know what to tell you. All the answers I'm giving y'all are the honest truth. You know, people know I keep it real. They know I'm too pure. You know, they got agents that was trying to watch me for years. People probably, you know, working for the CIA and all sorts of stuff. And they said in the readings, they said he's too pure. You know, there's nothing they can really say about me or do with me. So, I mean, I'm a pure soul. I'm a real dude. I'm going to give it to you 100 and tell you what it is. I always keep it 100, 100. You feel me? I don't do no faking. No, I don't fake the funk. I don't flodge. I don't false flag like all y'all out there. And I'm from the hood for real. So, like I said, that's my whole thing. Like, we're not out here on some hood ghetto trying to prove we tough stuff. Nah, I just turn up sometimes and then people see that. They see that side of me. But nah, we ain't out here for that. We out here for peace and prosperity, man. God told me everywhere I go, bring, you know, we want peace. We want equality. We want things to be safe and good for everybody. That's my whole job, to clean up the neighborhoods and make sure, clean up these blocks and make sure things are running right. And I'm doing a hell of a job. So, I mean, yeah, I hope that people support it. We're going to continue to do what we can for all y'all. And, I don't have any rules to follow. I do a whole lot and get a whole lot done. I just need financial backing so I can do this in Austin and these places that really need it too, because Austin's in horrible shape right now. If anywhere needs it right now, it's Austin, and that's my hometown and where I was born. So I would love to do it up there, Plus, I mean, there's always been a bunch of people who are jelly of me up there. So, I mean, I would love to do it up there just to, kind of put them in their place, to where they can see, like, oh, okay, like this is who I've been talking to the whole time, but they already know. I'm just saying I want people to see the righteousness and see that things are changing and, see what it is. You know what I mean? We gonna keep on changing things. We gonna help these neighborhoods and communities. There's too many, too much of this nonsense in these communities, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you send Batman out there, and Batman, cleans everything up and changes everything the right way. And I follow the rules while I do it too, whether I have to or not. I'm smart, bro. I don't make mistakes. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, people want to see action. I mean, just keep your eyes open, man. I don't know about as far as this channel, but don't worry, we'll be leaking videos on other channels too and different stuff once we start getting busy and active on camera and stuff. Y'all will see everything that you came to see on here. And that's it. We trying to take this to Chicago, man, and start, making a change on the blocks. You know what I'm saying? Because I've already done all the research and I told y'all how it works in Chicago and all that. I mean, you're talking about, I don't know if it's like 80 to 90% of street drugs come from El Chapo. So when I tell you what I'm doing, I mean, how can someone act like it's not happening when, I mean, I went through all this stuff? I mean, there was a million active what's put on me, like all the time, nonstop, by different organizations and underground illegal gangs and all sorts of stuff. And I'm still right here and I'm good, untouched. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if that don't tell you God is real, I give up. I mean, this is what I do for a living. I shut down all these folks and I shut down their illegal operations. I used to hands on. So yeah, when we get to Chicago, we're going to change things block by block, street by street corner, right? And it's very simple. I'll tell you, I'll spell it out straight up for you. I mean, it's not difficult for me to go up to any block, right? I go eat at a diner, right? And then I'm paying attention to the block and I'm seeing who's doing what, who's pumping what on what corner, right? So think about this. I'm watching them fools on the corner, right? And they don't get that somebody's at this level now and I'm going to have money to work with to do what I need to do. So I just go to every block and I walk in the street as a street goer, right? And I'm independent, mind you. I don't work for no one. No one controls me. I'm just a gangster in the street. I'm the mob. You understand? So I pay attention to the block, right? And whatever I don't like that's going down on the block, I have the ability to effectively change as Batman, as a thug. So that's the point. Batman's going out in the street, straight up, hands on, and changing things. That's just the truth. That's my job. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is. Trying to think. But yeah, I can't wait personally for all that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'll probably have access to motorcycles. We'll start building bat pods and all that, and maybe even tanks. I mean, everything. I'm gonna have full resources, and it's just gonna be different projects. And I just go to work. And basically, the truth is that I'll be going to work on these gangs and illegal organizations and shutting down everything they're doing. So that's the thing. All I got to do is pay attention. Oh, okay, this has happened on this block. Then all I do is go talk and confront the dealers and ask them the same thing. Where are the other drugs going? You see, this is not fake. This is what people don't get. You understand? Who do you work for? You understand? So, when you get a real Batman and Batman's flying down at night, like, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, and people are like tripping and don't understand I'm the real gangster and the tough guy, and I don't look like much, so it deceives people. You understand? But like, it's easy for me, bro. It ain't no problem, bro. And Batman is just all hands. So, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. Hey, sir, are you from Houston? Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Uh, Yeah, I had it on mute because I was talking to him right now. He's got a Astros jersey on. He's from out there near Houston. I told him I've been out there in Conroe, and I was just discussing it with him right now about telling him I'm going to be in Chicago, like making a change. So, like I said, I mean, everything we do over here is real. It's not fake. This is my job, bro. I don't know what people don't understand. The thing is, people are not used to somebody who validates themselves. People didn't like. This is the thing. When everybody was trying to talk down this whole time, and people are saying these silly things, that's because they're trying to put me in a light that doesn't exist. See, it doesn't make me weak to go through things and survive. It makes me strong. See, it doesn't make me weak to build my own business from scratch out of nothing. Nobody's ever done it in the history of time. Hold up. All these things make me strong. So now that you're saying I just built a whole business out of a company that pays a hundredth of a cent for over like 1,000 views, I mean, that's some manpower right there. See, that was the point. I took it upon myself to do the impossible. I'm not weak. I'm strong as it gets. This was the problem I always had with exes and people. I had to keep explaining to them. Me explaining and feeling and having a heart and being genuine with you doesn't make me weak. It makes me strong. And y'all have the game backwards, all of you. So, like I said, now you're looking at a CEO who runs his own company that I built from scratch, right? And I'm a man who can literally exist like without any money and can run this Batman operation without any money. I mean, that's a big deal, bro. That's a powerful man. And that's what God wanted to create. God said he was trying to build me where I can basically operate off of nothing, where I don't need nothing. You understand? And he's done it basically. I see what he's talking about. I do need things here and there, like I have needs, but you know what I'm saying? Like I can do things without much. You understand? So the whole point is, most people they work and they go to college and stuff, they go to school, right? They do these things so that they can go get a job. That's not what I'm doing. I'm building my own company. If anything, I can make this into my own independent, whatever I want agency in the future, but I don't need to. See, I don't need the government's hand in what I'm doing. I'm just Batman. So I keep all my company's ideas and we just operate independently as a sovereign person, the sovereign Batman, and that's it. I don't have to do none of that. I don't got to turn it into a business. I don't got to turn it into a company. Everything's already fully operational through this. That was the point. That's why I went so hard with this and never gave up on it, no matter how impossible it got or how hard, because I'm doing it and I'm created my own funding this entire time and I continue to create my own funding. So there's not really much that anybody can tell me if you get real with yourself and really assess the reality of the situation. You understand? And that's the thing. Like, just like I talked to him, I'm going to be talking to dudes in Houston and I'll be as Batman out there at a street level. You think dudes ain't going to holler at me and talk to me and let me know what's going on? If I got a question about a dealer or anybody doing anything on the block, you think I can't walk up in these hoods when I'm from the ghetto and hood and I've been in all of them and I know how to talk? And the minute people hear me and see my demeanor, they're like, yeah, he's the real deal. And then they give me my space. They give me my 5 feet. You understand? You think I can't go if I'm in a whole Batman suit, bulletproof, and proof for like everything? You think I'm not going to be able to talk to dudes on the block like, yo, who's this? What they doing? Who they work for? And then all I got to do, like I said, is approach them and find out who they working for. Do you see the point here? I'm explaining it to you straight up because there's nothing to hide. I mean, it's just how it has to be done. So then you figure out who they work for, then you figure out who the people they working for work for, and then you basically just trace the whole thing down. And this is what the agencies won't do. The FBI will sit there and surveil you forever, and they never do anything. Okay, these agencies will launch these fake investigations, but they never do anything. They're not here to stop crime. They're not doing anything. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? Not taking anything away from people who actually do their job, but we all know that the system has failed us. I mean, if it didn't fail us, I wouldn't be having to do all this. We wouldn't be a need for a Batman if people, if the agencies and the system didn't fail us. So we do have to acknowledge that. Sadly, no matter how anybody feels about it. You know what I mean? So I'm in full support of everybody, man. But at the same time, we got to acknowledge reality, and that's always been my issue with folks. That's why I always told people reality and what it was, no matter what, because there's a lot of people lying to themselves and saying things that aren't there. So, again, my whole deal is this: like, you know, all I do is do that, talk, figure out what's going on, study every single block. I mean, bro, I can change everything in Chicago at the bat of an eyelash. I can change all the politics in New York. I mean, Red Pill said he controls gang street politics in Seattle without being there. I mean, the truth is, I could if I wanted to, like I told you. So, I mean, Seattle's just another city I could do this in. We're talking Los Angeles, all the major cities where there's tons of crime and corruption. I can go there and start working on these cities and change everything in a positive way. as Batman with just pure force and dominance. So that's the thing people don't get. Like, that's what I do. Like, you just call Batman when you need the real deal and you want to skip all the nonsense and following the rules and the fake stuff. You just call Batman, and Batman go in and change things. And that's what you need, because the other ones, they don't do it. It's not a question of when they'll do it. We know we waited for years and decades. They will not do it. They're never going to do it. So, I mean, clearly their job description needs to be changed, because the job description is saying they do something that they just don't do and they refuse to do. That's the truth. And that's something I can't get around. That has to be addressed. You get what I'm saying? So as nice as I want to beat everybody, we still got to be realistic. So no, we need a Batman. And like I said, yeah, I go to Chicago. I get to work on everything and change everything out there. You feel me? And all the gang members will they're going to be like, they're going to fear the bat. You know what I mean? You got to understand, man, God didn't tell me, oh, be nice and be a teddy bear. God told me, get where they all fear you. You understand? God told me to become the biggest, baddest dude in the jungle. That's what I'm becoming and what I am. Y'all underestimate me, man. It ain't about size and being big, dude. I just did 800 inertia pull-ups. I'm doing 200 pull-ups in one set. I mean, y'all don't get this. Ain't a joke, bro. And I'm walking 30 plus miles a day. What? With no money? And I'm still here and stronger than all y'all? Come on, bro. Y'all has got to be crazy, son. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm going to be able to trace it all back, figure out what's what. I mean, most of those people, like El Chapo and the El Chapo family, all those people already in prison, last I heard. They already got indicted. They snitched too. They all some snitches. That's the truth. They some snitches and they snitched. So, I mean, the truth is, that was my whole point. When people talk about this and that and the cartel, there's no fear of the cartel. The cartel is all of y'all. He uses these little minions, which is the devil. That's all the cartel is. And it's just, the cartel is basically the public, the corrupt public of all these people who make these snide remarks and run. They're all cowards. The cartel is a joke. They're nothing. Batman runs the streets. Batman is king, and that's the truth. And this has always been my world. All that other fake talk, that's just to instill fear, but there's no fear. Fear of what? A bunny rabbit? That's what the cartel is. It's nonsense. It's all fake. It's been imaginary this entire time. Yeah, there's things they do. There's nothing strong about being evil, bro, and demonic and disgusting. Those are cowards. So the cartel is cowards. All these gangs are cowards. All these people are cowards. And like I said, you just seeing the actual only conflict that ever existed between good and evil. And I told you, we doing it right in y'all's backyards, right in front of you. And we have since the beginning of time. I've been doing this my whole life. It's just now I'm doing it as Batman in a suit. You see what I'm saying? We've been doing this. So, like I said, we're going to stay doing what we do no matter what, man. This movement ain't stopping for nothing. This is not fake. This is not fugazi. You know what I mean? So, other than that, like I said, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Any of the devil thinking he can use the element of surprise or got something for me I ain't ready for or aware of? Not at all, homie. Not at all. We are never slipping. We're aware of everything. I'm practically omnipotent, man. I'm directly connected to God. I know what's going on everywhere around me. You understand? I'm fully aware. I got spidey senses, Batman sense, for real. And I enter flow state in a matter of milliseconds. Flow state is a real thing, strength-wise and quickness-wise. And that's all I'm saying. People don't understand. Y'all want to talk this big stuff and muscle. Bro, you need to talk about quickness. Quickness is the name of the game. You have no idea how quick I am. I mean, I give Bruce Lee a run for his money. I'm probably quicker than Bruce Lee, like realistically, seriously. So, I mean, it's about quickness. That's where strength comes from. Quickness, power, agility, dominance, quickness. Quickness produces power, not just muscle. Muscle will slow you down. So, like I said, at the end of the day, we're going to continue to do what we do. We're going to continue to run the streets. We're going to continue to take everything over. And all while people can think whatever they want about me or say whatever or think that I'm, this guy with no money and nothing, that's fine. That's what we want you to think. That was the whole point. The truth is, this whole thing is basically you have to naturally act like you're, undercover. That's the whole point, and that's what I've always been good at. I'm like Denzel in them films. That's why I'm showing you them little videos, because that's how I am. This stuff is naturally in me. It's like, Collateral with Tom Cruise is just in me. I just know what I'm doing. It's ingrained in my soul. I've spent too much time in the street. I know how things go. So if I talk to someone, I can get leverage within the conversation real quick and figure out what's what and what's going on. I'm telling you, the minute I touch down in Chicago, all the streets are going to change. And y'all are going to be like, dude, this dude is the real deal. Like, how the hell did he do that? Like, you're going to have agencies like they already are, CIA, FBI, all the agencies, all the departments, they're going to be asking like they already are, like, dude, this dude's smarter than all of us. Like, how's he doing this? He's doing what we couldn't do in 50 years. He's doing it in a matter of a week. Because I'm not wasting time. I'm not sitting there talking and making excuses. I'm just going and getting it done. That's the thing. A civilian can get more done than all these agencies and departments combined. And that's an issue that needs to be, addressed. Something has to change. Like when are people going to do what they're supposed to do? Some people are starting to do their job. Again, I think that's because of me. I take full credit, yes, because if it wasn't for me standing up to them and making sure that people did their job, then they would have never done their job. Now I feel like people have to because they're hearing me on public airways and there's too many people watching. So you can't keep letting these people down and proving me right, or you're going to look more silly, which is what was happening for a long time. So I feel like it has to do with me. Yeah. I think people do their job now because they have to, because I made them. That's the truth. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, like I said, it's not going to be difficult when we get in these big cities. I'd like to make a change in Los Angeles. I mean, y'all don't get it. I'm crazy for real. We're going to be going out in all these hoods, all these sets, but that's the thing. I'm not just out there messing around. I'm not out there lacking. Like, I'm going to know what I'm doing, man. I'm going to be approaching things the right way, but I am going to take risks and I'm smart. It'll be real exciting for content. Don't worry. Y'all going to love watching my channel. Don't worry about that. And what other channels we use and incorporate, but y'all going to love what I'm doing. Because we're going to go in Oakland, like in the Bay Area or on the block, like on the worst blocks. And I'm going to be walking around there as Batman and like pulling up on bat pods, and people are going to be tripping. All these gang members are going to be like, yo, Loke, you see Batman? He's pulled up on a motorcycle, homie. Like real talk. And the thing is, like, I'm a scary dude, and they don't really understand that. And, until I go 0 to 100 and people see what it is, I got a spirit inside of me, homie. This is real, bro. I've been doing this my whole life, bro. So that's the thing people don't get. Like, I'm a veteran when it comes to this. It's not new for me. That's why the hardest thing for me, honestly, is to make sure that I keep my hands to myself and make sure I stay calm. That's the thing. Like, I can't even, I mean, I can get angry, but I have to control my actions. I can't just do what y'all do and make a mistake. It don't work like that because I can't catch cases. Especially right now, I don't have funding and money to back me in court. You see my point? Or even transportation. So that's why I'm moving the way I'm moving, because I'm smart and I'm a genius and I know what I'm doing. But trust me, like when we get to Los Angeles, I'm going straight on the block, homie. I'm gonna figure out who everybody is, and I don't just approach things like, oh, people are my enemy. No, I'm gonna go to your hoods and your ghettos and talk to people and figure out who's who first, and I'm gonna figure out the whole thing, homie. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, nobody controls me. So whatever I want to do on the block, I'm saying I got full power to do what I want. No one controls me, and I'm just like you, basically. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? We all criminals, straight up. That's really what it is. So now you got, basically, and I'm not really a criminal. I've never been a criminal. You know what I mean? But it's a joke because that's what he says in The Dark Knight. But my whole point is just, I'm out there just like you. I'm a street dude. I'm a savage. You know what I mean? So it's just a different thing, man. That's why do you think all the departments cheer for me, shout, roll down their windows, say they want pictures and videos? Because they support what I'm doing and they respect it. Because they've never seen like, oh, okay, like he's actually standing up to them, like you know what I mean, like for real. Like nobody's ever done this. So like I said, it is a big deal, and it's going to carry a lot of weight. And I think more and more people will hear my message and see what I'm doing. And I'm not claiming to be anything, except what I am, but I know what I am and I know what God told me I am. So, I'm never going to hold my tongue on that. You know what I mean? But this was never about trying to act like I'm super tough or anything like that. I'm a humble dude, man. I'm a normal dude like everybody else. I just know I'm tough because of what I've been through. I didn't choose to be immortal. God made me immortal. All these evil people want to be immortal and they do all this disgusting stuff to try to get to it. And none of you are, and I am. It's just like Wesley Snipes told him, in that movie. I mean, you're not immortal. I must have heard 1,000 of you know what's make the same claim. Each one of them have by the right. You see what I'm saying? Like that's me. I'm the daywalker. For real. You understand? None of you are immortal. I really am, because God made me. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even want it. God said, I'm going to give you everything that they want so much they'll never have, and I'm going to give it to you. That's why I know God going to make me filthy rich. Now watch my prediction come true, just like every prediction I made, not only on this channel, but this entire time. They all have come true. All my enemies are falling. My enemies are dropping like flies. Sorry, but that's reality. Sorry, that's reality, bro. It's literally like that song. Another one bites the dust. It's ridiculous. It's called karma. It's called vengeance. It's called God. I am vengeance. You understand? So, like I said, people can do what they want. I don't care. Like y'all think you crazy. I'm the type of dude. I'll go drink a 40 ounce and smoke a Swisher Sweet right on your block, and then go to work as Batman the same night on that block. Yeah, right in front of you. Like, y'all really don't get it. Like, I do this. This is what I do. This is my specialty. Trust me. This is like messing with Eminem in his prime and rap. Like, you don't want it with me. Nobody. Seriously, this is what I do, bro. You don't want it with rap. This is what I'm all about. You feel me? So, like I said, all that corner. I'm like the Eminem of the streets. I'm the Eminem of the enforcer. I'm the Eminem of divine justice. I'm the Eminem of getting busy. I'm the Eminem of martial arts and real hand to hand. You see what I'm saying? And I rap and I sing, but you know what I mean? But that's another subject. But yeah, like I said, this is all real. We're gonna keep doing what we do. I need support from all, real people. That's what I need. You know what I mean? That's all. It ain't about being tough or trying to prove I'm anything. We already did all that, man. I survived a truck. I survived everything. Are you serious? Come on, bro. I survived what they did when they made their phone calls to Seton Hospital. Are you serious? We talked about everything. Come on, man. No, this ain't about none of that. We're not here to prove anything. That's immature. We're here to do our job and do the best job that we can do and make a change that's positive for these communities, just like down here. And I already have, but we're going to continue. We want to make this a better place and a safer place for everybody. You understand? And that's the point. Like, what I do ends up assisting and helping all these people and departments and agencies indirectly, whether I want to or not. And of course, I want to help if it's for a good purpose. I just want to make a positive change. I don't work for nobody. I don't work with nobody. I'm independent, but I want to make a positive change, and that will in turn help everybody. Did you see my point? I'm for the people. I'm power to the people. All people, though. I don't care what job you work. Everybody is a human being. Everybody deserves to be safe and not have to worry in their neighborhood. And that's what I'm after. That's my only goal. So this is a good deed. It's a good service for the community. There's nothing anybody can do or say to stop it. And it is what it is. We're going to keep pushing. You feel me? Yeah, I put everything on the line to do this, and I do this for y'all because I'm the real Messiah, and I'm the Son of God. And I mean that. Okay? And it'd be crazy, man, how them demonic people, I tell them I'm the Son of God. I told homeboy, the one who caught 2 felonies because he was tripping and threw a hissy fit tantrum because he upset because I run a business. That's how jelly they are. He was saying, oh, well, you can't use my Wi-Fi, as if there was any argument or I even asked or cared when I didn't, right? You can't use my Wi-Fi because, oh, you got a business. All it was is he was mad and jelly like all of them that I got a business and he don't. He can't make no money. He got to ask his parents for allowance, and then like they give him like $100 and then don't even care. So he just sits there, but he has everything he needs. You see what I'm saying? You got everything. You got AC, you got everything you need provided. You got internet, you got all that. And that was my thing. Like, bro. The minute that I said, yo, I'm trying to survive out here and I need some help, and you said I ain't got nothing for you. Oh, bro, it like that was on you. You made that decision. Yeah, I know you fake. I knew you was fake the whole time. What do you mean? Nah, bro, you don't know me. I'm a lot smarter than you. I'm a lot smarter than all of you. You feel me? So, like I said, defeated, another W, and we keep moving forward, man. You know what I mean? These people can't even come near me. They can't even approach me. They can't, or they'll go to jail. That's the truth. Like, yeah, that's how you got to run the game. Some fools, when they delusional and they in their own, nonsense wrapped up in their delusion, and they can't acknowledge reality. You don't play with them. You don't waste no time. Just let them do it to themselves. Now they face some felony charges, and now they can't come near me. That way, you stay out my way while I'm running my business. That's the way I need it. You see what I'm saying? I don't care how I look to people. I'll let people think I'm a complete fool and think I'm a joke. I don't care. Whatever it takes to make sure that this business is running efficiently and they stay out my way. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the thing. If somebody's tough, right, and they roll up on me, you think I'm in a position right now to act tough back? Not at all. I can talk, I can bark all day, but I'm not in that type of position. I'm the enforcer, yes, but that's not how we move. We don't move in front of people. See, this is what you're not getting. All y'all want to do things with lights, TV, camera, action in front of the whole world, right? Because you want real gangsters to get caught up. You want people to catch cases, and I'm never going to play that game. Nah, like I said, everything we do, we're super efficient. We move super quick, and we do everything in the shadows. This is the League of Shadows, homie, for a reason. This is the real deal. So that's my whole point. People don't even know what's going on, bro. I don't care about nothing you talking about. When we in front of people, I'm going to act all day. I'm super soft. Remember that. I'm cupcake soft like y'all. And we all know I'm not. We all know I'm the complete opposite, but that's what I got to play like. No, I'm a cupcake. I'm soft. I don't want no problems. No, because I got to make sure I can run my business. I can't catch felonies. Why would I go to jail and suffer and go through anything or prison and throw away my future and everything I got for people who have nothing going for them that just sit there drinking and doing drugs and they jealous of me? Are you serious? Come on, bro. Start using your mind, bro. Quit letting people who ain't about none trick you off your throne. That's my point. Yeah, I'm a boss. I know exactly what I'm doing. So like I said, no, I'm effectively winning and dismantling their entire system. And if you notice, like I said, all the so-called enemies and these people, they're on drugs. Okay, where do you think the drugs are coming from? Batman's doing his job, homie. While y'all sitting here sleeping on me, I'm figuring out everything, getting everything done, doing exactly what I said I'm going to do in Chicago. We already been doing it down here. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, all these other people gotta love me because I'm doing what they won't do. I'm getting the job done. You understand? Without any questions or hesitation. See, sometimes you got to act and pretend. They do. Y'all do every day. So why can't I? You see the point? Yeah, like I said, quit underestimating me, man. And maybe one day you'll figure out I'm a genius. I don't make mistakes. All right, homie? So, like I said, checkmate. And now I got everybody right where I want them and I own y'all. So, like I said, let people talk, let people run their mouth. I don't care about that, man. We're going to do what we do. And like I said, I can't wait to get up to Chicago and have all that money. Christina negotiated, what is it, like over $18.1 million? Are you serious? I'm going to have millions to work with, bro. And I'm going to just pull up on these blocks and get to work as Batman with resources, bat pods, probably tanks, everything. You think anybody is going to mess with me? Boy, you'd be crazy. You'd be crazy straight up. You understand? So, like I said, nah, I'm a genius, man. Just like I took Hoodie Bonics and made tons of money off of it in the past. Just like I come from the hood and I'm able to use ignorance as a tool. Just like I use fear as a tool. Fear is a tool. Y'all don't get it, man. Quit underestimating the genius, man. Just have a seat, get your popcorn, and watch the master at work. Because this is what I do. See, I ain't got nothing to do with them little YouTube groups and all that fake nonsense, other than the fact I already shut them down. I already defeated all of them. That stuff's in the past, bro. We ain't even mentioning your name. You don't get no shine. You have no identity. None of that. You know what I mean? I already defeated y'all. I defeated everyone on there. I ain't worried about no YouTube. We out here in the streets, huh? Feel me? See, that's the difference. They my biggest fans. They got to watch me go to work, and they're gonna watch me effectively dismantle these gangs, all these different illegal entities and illegal organizations, everything. They're gonna watch me come up against all the real deal, and they're gonna see me win against all of them. You understand? In every aspect, in the streets, in reality, on the media, everywhere. You feel me? And that's all I gotta say, man. So, like I said, I just can't wait. It's gonna be exciting for me because Christina and we gonna be going to like Chicago baseball games, and then I'm gonna go to work at night. And I understand I already figured out everything in Chicago. I already know. I already know the Rosemont or Fremont Hotel. I already know that they do human trafficking. That's why they covered up that whole thing with Zach TV. This is connected to all that. Kenneka Jenkins case. I know everything about y'all. I know everything. I know exactly who I'm coming up against. That's what y'all don't get. They're scared, bro. They're scared. I smell fear. They fear me for real. Because I'm tougher than all of them combined because I'm the son of God. I was put here to stop this evil and stop these people from doing this evil. I was put here to stop you. What do you mean? That's my whole purpose. That's the whole thing. Like, nah, bro, the truth is all these evil folks, they hiding behind the system. They the cowards. You understand? We could have been gotten busy and got to it. Y'all hiding and running, all y'all. You feel me? Y'all know what it is with me. We don't do no fake tissue. See, that's the thing. People want to act tough. Well, get out from hiding behind your system if you want to act tough. You want to act tough with me, be straight up about it for real. Instead of hiding behind a system, because that's what y'all do. Even if you're right in front of me, you still hiding behind a system, homie. See what I'm saying? It's totally different. It's a different game when you acknowledge the reality and what's actually going on instead of just telling yourself what you want to hear and a bunch of nonsense. And that's what most people do. They feed themselves all these delusion and lies that don't exist, and it's all nonsense. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, right, you're going to see us do what we do. And yeah, like I said, that Rosemont or Fremont Hotel, one of them, like I said, they have everything to do with the organ trafficking. That's what the Kenneka Jenkins case was all about in the cover-up. That's why they started calling Zach TV's phone. Okay, and then guess what? The government was paying off, the elites were paying off that gang. They have gang ties, the government and the elites, the satanic government. The Bush family was birthed by Aleister Crowley. Y'all can't connect the dots. I already defeated the government and Illuminati, but we're coming up against them completely, and we're going to win right in front of you easily because they've committed too many crimes. See, all their crimes, cyber crimes, have a track record now. They're stamped and ID'd in Braille because that's the system. The system, we're going to use their own system against them. You know, you're not getting it. Like, I'm going to be the reason why tons of people get arrested. Not on no snitch stuff, but on a gangster approach. Yeah, you could be a gangster and the enemy can still go to jail and go to prison and get held accountable. It's not gangster to, oh, I'm crashing out and throw everything away for nothing. That's silly. That's not how gangsters move. So like I said, we do the real thing while y'all have it backwards and have the game backwards and don't even know how reality works. That's why y'all are never in the street. You're always inside hiding. Exactly. So like I said, out here in the street, Wody, it's way different. I really am the streets. I am the streets. You understand? That's the difference. So you can sit back and grab your popcorn and learn. All right. School classes in session, huh? Take you to school, flight school, baby. So like I said, other than that, what it is, yeah, I already know. So I mean, all I do is figure out, okay, what gang did the elites have ties to? What gang was that was dancing, doing their demonic, satanic dance in the street and all that, right? And the truth is, then I bring it to them. I don't care who you are. I'm bringing it. Whoever it is, it don't matter who, how bad you think. You ain't none of these people bad. These people are all weak compared to me. Seriously, I'm stronger than all of them combined. All them gang members, I'm stronger than, and I'm tougher than, and I'm meaner than. I just, like I said, they have a system that's protecting them, not me, them. I don't use that system. That system's never protected me, bro. That's the truth. No, I'm going to use it against them now and turn it around and start using it and implementing it to make sure that I'm making the right decisions and I can run my business and I don't catch charges. That's the right thing to do. That's the smart thing to do. But all that other stuff, nah, we going to figure it all out. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I do. Figure out, okay, what gang was this? What ties do they have? How many different people are involved in this? And then at the end of the day, it's pretty simple because basically all of them are going to end up facing federal charges and getting arrested. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is to me. I mean, I'm going to have to work with departments and agencies at some point, is the way I see it. And Batman did sometimes in the movies. He worked with Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon. You understand? So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't care. The ends justify the means. As long as we get the goal accomplished the right way and I have my freedom and I'm good, that's all I care about. But I go to work. I get busy. I know what I'm doing. That's the thing. You need a street dude and a thug and a person who knows the streets, an actual gangster who knows what he's doing and is a genius to be able to approach this the right way to get these arrests to be made and get people held accountable. Does that make sense? You need eyes on the street. That's what Batman is. And it's not just eyes. I mean, he's an enforcer. He gets busy. That's what I do. So, like I said, I mean, there's nothing more gangster than me and what I do and how I live my life. We ain't talking about that. We ain't worried about that. Let's go cupcake soft now and just run our business. See my point? See, y'all can't even catch up, man. Like I said, fools could never come close to me. You understand? I'm a genius. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm gonna figure out who's who all over Chicago, all them places. I'm gonna figure out who's doing what, and I'm gonna make sure I get it all shut down. And it's that simple. You feel me? Like that's the thing. We ain't asking no questions. We gonna make sure that evil gets shut down. We gonna make sure that people get held accountable, and we gonna make sure people have to do their job. They're not gonna have a choice. That's the point. We don't ask anything. We make sure that people do what they need to do. We gonna get the job done. Don't worry. Independent, sovereign, just a civilian. So at the end of the day, I mean, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait to go to Chicago and New York and New Orleans, man. It's gonna be fun as hell, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out to the brick jungle when we go to New Orleans. I'm going to the hood for a little. Christina's gonna be in the hotel on the nice side of town. I'm going to the hood for a little bit. I got to do some recon scanning. I got to figure out who's who and talk to dudes in the hood. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm gonna have a lot of backup. I'm gonna have street soldiers with me if I want. I mean, I do everything by myself and go to work by myself, but people gonna have my back, bro. So that's the thing y'all don't get too. Like, you think that there's not people in the street, like actual gangsters that will roll with me and come up against these gang members to win? Yes, they will. They'll ride with me all day the right way. See, that's the thing. I don't ride with other people because I'm not going to be held responsible for what other people do, and I don't trust no one. See, at the end of the day, Batman got to do his own thing, like always. That's what a real man do. He do his own everything, his own everything. He gonna stand on his own. You know what I mean? He gonna do his own dirt. He gonna whatever he need to do. And I don't do dirt. I just do the right thing. This ain't Joe Dirt. All right. You want to speak into my mic? I got a backup mic right here. So, like I said, end of the day, man, we out here having fun. Like I said, we just getting ready for the future that they can't stop. It's inevitable. God already told you. And yeah, like I said, man, I can't wait, man, because we gonna be in Chicago having fun. And like, boy, you ain't never seen a man with a career like this. Tell me what, like, that's the thing. If you a U.S. Marshal, you still have to go through all that stuff. If you whatever this and that, you know, if you like all them different jobs, like if you a security guard, all those things, like the people who failed the police academy, like none of that stuff is anything to brag about. You take a dude who did it all independently and built his own funding from the ground up and builds his own, you know, actual machinery like bat pods and tanks and tumblers. That's a legend. That's what I am.
I built all this with my own bare hands and genius mind and hard work. I had to go so much harder than anyone in existence and work 8 million times harder than all you people who work regular jobs or work for the government, right? Or work federal jobs. I had to work way harder than you. And that's the point I want proven too. You understand? Because I'm sick of people saying, oh, yeah, I work hard. I do this and that. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all just sit there. Y'all get free-handed opportunities because the government ain't worried about you because you don't resemble a what? You ain't nothing to them. They don't care because you're nobody. You understand? I just want reality to be proven. It already is, but shown to the public. This is all already proven. We just want the public to see so they can acknowledge. You know what I mean? You make your own decision because I'm going to put all the proof right in front of your face. These fools can't hold a candle to me. Are you serious? That's the thing. I'm not out here on some ego stuff like, oh, I'm the best boxer in the world. We already know all that. I ain't worried about that. We out here doing a job. Think I got time to worry about all that other nonsense? Nah. We out here to make a change. I'm here working. This is my job. This is my career, homie. I'm the CEO. I'm the boss. I create my own missions, everything. So, like I said, end of the day, let people do what they do. But yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to go to Chicago, and I honestly can't wait to come up against all these gang members and all these people because I never liked them anyway. I don't. I don't like evil people. I don't. That's the thing you don't get. Oh, I got a whole lot of anger and rage inside of me that you have no clue and never seen. I haven't even shown you. You can't even fathom. You understand? Like, trust me, and I hold on to it until it's time because that's what Batman has to do. I have to control my anger. I'm the keeper of the flame. That's what God told me. You understand? So, like I said, you people don't get it, man. You're gonna see all them gang members. I'm telling you, you're gonna see them running in the street, screaming, yelling, Batman! You're gonna see fear in their eyes, just like I have my whole life. You're gonna see it. It's coming. Don't worry. We just need the funding. That's all we need. Remember, Batman ain't nothing but hands. You feel me? So yeah, like I said, all that tough Tony fake stuff, like that's the thing. Like YouTubers are irrelevant. That's not even on my radar, bro. They're irrelevant. I know a lot of them have committed crimes. I mean, I'll just talk about it and probably get them held accountable and keep it moving. I mean, that's nothing I have to worry about. See, that's the thing. That you people on YouTube, all y'all are nobody. You're nothing. We're talking about actual like they're not reputable, but we're talking about these demonic street gangs, like the people that really doing a lot of serious evil. You understand? That's not y'all. Y'all are super soft. I'm sorry, but you are. And there's nothing tough about what they're doing, but I'm just saying they've done a lot of evil. They resemble something that's a problem and that we have to stop because we want to protect our people. That should be our number one priority. Anybody working a job, your priority should be protect the public. If it's not, quit your job and resign. 100%. I'm asking that. The public's asking that, demanding that, in fact. So, like I said, I'm an independent politician. I'm Bruce Wayne for real. I do this for real, and this is not fake. So, at the end of the day, for anyone to judge me is crazy because I work so hard, I never stop, and you don't understand. I don't owe you anything. I don't even have to do any of this. I'm doing this because this is what I was born to do and what I love to do. I love helping people. So, I'm going to make sure I make a positive change in this world. And trust me, people going to remember my name. Don't worry about that. You feel me? So, I'm a legend, man. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like I said, I can't wait to get in Chicago and New York because that's what I'm gonna be doing, going to work at night and all this stuff. And y'all don't get it. Batman gonna be walking around the streets at night in New York. I mean, what you think's gonna happen? It's common sense, and we gonna have GoPros on. We probably won't be live, but we'll be recording everything. Christina's gonna see everything firsthand. Christina's gonna see a lot of Batman action. Christina's gonna figure out real quick by watching the footage and seeing me through the GoPro, she's going to see how tough I really am and how I really talk and deal with these criminals on the street and these little so-called thugs and gangsters. She's going to have like the best movie ever right in front. She's going to see it all. You know what I mean? While she eats good and eats Chinese food and relax and be happy. Feel me? So yeah, I'm going to work in the street, man. New York is going to change quick. You're going to hear everybody say, there's a Batman. Yeah, man, Batman pulled up on me, bro. He came down from the railing, bro. He was upside down. He was like, I'm here. You understand? Like y'all don't get, like, I'm telling you, like, I tried to warn you, bro. I told y'all don't play with me. I told y'all you're not crazy. You're not built like that. And I really am. So, like, as soon as I get the funding, I get to show everyone what I'm about. And y'all have never seen it. I've never shown you. I've been hiding it this entire time. You understand? For good reason, because guess what? I can't have cases and charges, and I can't just be reckless, or I would never have gotten to this point, and I wouldn't be able to get to the point where I can show the world. Same thing with boxing. I want to have a future and a career and go into boxing leagues probably, and I built my own. I'm 10-0 in it. So if I want to do that, you can't be catching cases. You can't get into it with people. Are you serious? That's the worst mistake you'll ever make. You'll never get out of jail and prison. That's the thing. A lot of legends, they don't. A lot of legends fizzle out. They don't get out of jail and prison. They don't make it that far. I did. Keep that in mind. So, like I said, I'm gonna have a boxing career too, probably. I want to do it all if I can. You know what I mean? If God can give me that kind of strength, that's crazy to me. But I believe it. He's taken me this far. Like I said, bro, I've had more head trauma than anybody who's ever walked the planet. I'm a walking miracle. You have no clue. Y'all have no clue who you're talking to. That's why it's funny. So, like I said, let people do what they do. I could care less, man. We gonna keep on winning. We gonna keep on building. We out here making this money and making this dough, while these people ain't making a dime and they all in their feelings. You feel me? We just not on that small scale stuff. I ain't worried about people in these neighborhoods and these little haters and I ain't worried about that. We operate on a whole nother scale, bro. You think we worried about like red pill? Red pill is my entertainment. Y'all are my entertainment. Like I said, that's what even the Joker videos say it, and God knows it. Y'all are just my entertainment. It said like they don't realize like any minute you want, you could just get up and do whatever. When the entertainment gets dry, like yeah, I'm a monster. It's the truth. I'm not worried about none of these folks, man. Let them do what they want. They want to hate, cool. Let them hate and watch the money pile up. Feel me? There I go quoting Fitty again on World Star. Lying on World Star like, yo, nah, I don't tell no lie. You ain't never told a lie. So like I said, we out here having fun. I'm gonna do my thing. We getting ready. This is all training to get ready for all these cities: Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, Chi-Town, Bay Area, Oakland, all of them, bro. Los Angeles, everywhere, bro. ATL, Atlanta. I'm gonna go back to Bankhead and all them hoods too. You understand? Like, I don't get it, man. And let me explain something to y'all too. If I ever have a problem that I can't handle, and I never have and never will, but if I ever did, I can just go to the hoods, the real hoods, and recruit people to ride with me. You know that, right? Did y'all forget that? Yeah, see, this white boy right here got connections in the hoods and ghettos anytime he wants to make them. I came up with the original Bloods and Crips in California and Los Angeles, homie. I was in the sets. So I don't know what you're talking about. I was in the sets too with the ones that look like they from down here. So I'm connected to everybody. I just roll dolo and I'm a loner. I'm solo. I came dolo. What's happening? What's happening? So like I said, nah, bro, all that stuff is fake, man. People want to hide behind the system. They want to act and pretend because they phase because I'm tough and they see me and they size me up and they're like, man, he's getting big and strong. Yeah, I'm like the next Mike Tyson, but I'm worse. Feel me? So it is what it is, man. I'm the real thing. We're gonna keep on doing my thing. I'm gonna keep on doing my thizzle. Feel me? And that's about it. But yeah, I can't wait to get in Chicago, man. I can't wait to get in New York. I can't wait to get in New Orleans. We're gonna do the same thing everywhere. Now, if we live in New Orleans, I don't know how active I'm gonna be there because I live there. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a little different. But I mean, I'm sure at some point I'm gonna have to operate. So we'll figure it out. It won't be a problem. You know what I mean? But that's the point. Like, I also have to protect my people and I got to protect Christina. So, we're going to do everything the right way. That's all. We're going to be smart. You know what I mean? So that's all. Because I would never, ever, I'm going to make sure Christina is completely safe and never has anything to worry about. And I'm going to protect my baby. And that's a promise. You understand? At all costs. So, like I said, I love you, honey, more than anything. I hope you hear this. I love you. And yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I can't wait for all them places, man. Los Angeles, all them blocks, like where Nipsey was from, and all them little sets, like where Eric Holder was out of, and all that stuff. I definitely got to meet Crip Mac. I'm gonna have to meet Crip Mac. We're gonna have to talk, real talk. But I want to talk to him as Batman, real talk. I'm gonna talk to Crip Mac. You understand? Like if Crip Mac want, like I say, he can sign the waiver. Yeah, for a boxing match, but I don't think Crip Mac want to do that. See, I'm trying to tell you, y'all really underestimate me. Like, it's just crazy to me that you people keep talking to me like I'm some kind of little dude. Like, you have no idea, like, how much power I have. Like, you have no idea who I am, clearly. Like, I'm not the one anybody plays with. I'm the one people run from. Everything else has just been an act, man, because y'all doing it to yourself. You're trying to set me up, so you're setting yourself up. You understand? So, 100%. We're gonna stand up for ourselves and do things the right way. We don't ever do setups. We don't set what? That's some coward stuff. You understand? But if somebody trying to do that to me, they gonna end up walking into their own trap that they set for me, right? Because God's gonna protect me. That's what divine protection is. See my point? So yeah, like I said, when I get in them sets and all that, we're gonna be G checking everybody. We're gonna figure out what's what, and we're gonna put a stop to everything. And we're dealing with real stuff. We're not asking questions. So the deal is when you deal with stuff that's this level that I deal with, you have to be smart. There's rules you have to follow because you can't get caught up. You understand? Because if you make a mistake or you get caught in the wrong situation, you understand? The fact is I'm just another civilian. and the system will come down on me. It may not come down on me hard. It depends. It's situational. They will take into account what I do too. But you have to be smart. You see what I'm saying? If I get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? So like, yeah, no, I ain't going back to jail, and I ain't never going to prison, and I never spent much time in jail. So that's not my thing, bro. I'm not a criminal. I'm a real dude, and I'm a good citizen and a regular dude, and that's what I want to be. But I am a thug. That don't get twisted. I am a gangster, and I am the mob. So I mean, I'm talking the actual DNA. So that's all I really have to say, man. Like I said, I mean, the mob going to take everything over. The mob going to definitely run Chicago. Don't worry about that. And New York and all that. We're going to take over everything. New Orleans, I'll take over in my sleep. You understand? But yeah, this is the mob talking. So that's about it. Other than that, everybody gonna have to break bread, and anything people want to do or want, they're gonna have to come to me and answer to me. That's the point. You talking to the real Texas gangsters, the ones all of them tried to emulate, all that stuff, all that mafia stuff came from us. They tried to copy and emulate us. They all soft. We the real deal. Me, my family, the Sneeds. Look it up. Sneed Boys Feud. Look it up. There's books written about it. People in my family, like Clara, tried to get rich and make money and make a living off of what my men did in my family. The men. Me. My DNA, my lineage. So yeah, I'm a West Texas legend from the Wild West for real, homie. Don't ever forget it. You feel me? So yeah, other than that, like I said, we're gonna bring this Texas stuff to all these other states like we have a million times. And I just know we're gonna outdo everybody. You understand? And if I ever come up against something bigger and badder and I lose, then I'm gonna learn from it and I'm gonna come right back and win. That's the thing. I don't quit. Batman doesn't quit. Batman never gives up. You understand? So it is what it is. We ain't afraid of losing. We ain't afraid of defeat, and we for sure ain't afraid of failing, because that's the way to succeed. So, like I said, the truth is, I'm everything that I say I am, and I'm just me, and I'm not going to be stopped. That's what matters. It's not. It's like Rocky said, right? He says, "It's not about how hard you. It's about how hard you get, and yet you keep getting back up again." Right? That's what it's about. And that's what I do. Right? He said, what did he say? He said, it's not about pointing the finger at everybody else and saying, yeah, I'm not where I want to be because of him or her. Cowards do that and not in you. You're better than that. Right? Yeah, that's what I represent. You understand? So, like I said, I ain't no coward. I don't point fingers and blame people, even though I have everyone to blame for why I'm in this position. Nah, I keep getting up every day and I do the best that I can and I put it in God's hands. That's a hell of a man, bro. There's nobody who do that. Nobody. Ain't nobody ever gotten to this level. And my spiritual rank is so high, I don't think anybody's ever reached in the history of time other than probably Jesus Christ, my brother. I'm the son of God, bro. I'm spiritually ranked so high it's unreal. This is a spiritual realm, whether you like it or not. I am the king of all kings. I'm the son of God. I'm the Messiah. You understand? So, like I said, let people do what they do, man. Let people play around. That's my whole thing. I mean, when you got readings, I feel like they getting paid off of something that's the same demonic weirdo stuff, because when they talk about boxing matches, that's silly. Like, what does that even got to do with anything going on right now? I'm just saying, it don't make no sense. I mean, if you're going to pay me some big money, maybe, but other than that, if it wasn't that, then why would I waste my time with sucker stuff and stuff that has nothing to do with the goal at hand? Let's get me right. You want to pay me first and get my situation right? Give me over 50 racks, and then we'll talk about boxing matches. How about that? Till then, I'm not doing nothing, because it don't make no sense. That don't make sense. No, it don't. It don't make no sense. We got to get me right first. Get me facilitated right. I already own everything. Like I said, my job was to make sure everything was secure and get the hell out of here. Y'all want to give me my bus ticket money, give me my hotel expense money, give me funding for brand new apartments with furnishing and everything. Holler at me then. You feel me? Then we can do all that. But get me right, where I can get the right amount of sleep and actually sleep. You understand? Where I have a bed and what I need. Like, give me what I need first, and then let's talk about all the extra stuff. Feel me? That's all I'm going to say on that. Feel me? Other than that, like I said, I'm a monster, bro. We're going to keep on pushing, and that's it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be the king of Chicago. I was already the king of New York when I was there. I'm the king of Vegas. I was the king of Lytle. I'm the king of the Valley. I'm the king everywhere I go. You understand? I'm not on no egotistical stuff. I'm humble as hell. I'm out here to help the people. You understand? What we need is someone like me. You need people like me. So you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So what that make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide. You feel me? Like I said, man, I'm taking everything over for real. Like I said, they better get ready for me in Chicago, New York, all these cities. And like I said, this ain't fake. This is real. So it is what it is, man. You're going to see what it is. We're going to make it do what it do. Feel me? Other than that, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's my whole point. Like, I'm all about whatever. I'm all about the funk and action if it's going to pay me some money. But like, I mean, I need my environment facilitated. You know, I could do it without it, but that's just unfair. Like I said, it just continues to be unfair. I mean, make it fair first, bro. Get me right, and then let's talk about all this stuff. I don't mind doing stuff once we get me right, but let's get me right. But the fact is, I could do it right now, man. I can do it with nothing. I know I can, and I'll always win. You know what I mean? I'm stronger than everybody. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute, man. Get ready. Shot-town is mine. Los Angeles is my destiny.